Hi, everybody. Keto for real life people. You caught me. I'm sitting here watching this little timer that I've got going, and I'm hoping that everything is going well for you today on this Friday, October 23rd. I believe that's what it is. Yes, it is. So, fingers crossed that technically we are all good. Miss Lex, I need you to go in the other room, please, because Grandma's going to do this live. I'll let you come in when it's time, okay?
What are you making?
Lexi, go sit down. Right now. All day I said, no, when Grandma starts this live, you're going to have to be really quiet. So today we are doing fat bombs, and I'm going to put the comments in. Hello, Miss Tony. I see that you're popping in. I want to do just 4 different fat bombs using just very simple ingredients. So a few very simple ingredients, and you can mix them and create different types of fat bombs and not have to use a whole bunch of things. And so we're going to get started, and let's talk ingredients. First ingredient, obviously, for what I'm doing today is going to be chocolate. And I am using the Lily's chocolate chips. I buy them at my local health food store at the Granary, and they are sweetened with stevia. I bought the milk chocolate because if you look at the nutrition label on their dark chocolate, semi-sweet, or milk chocolate, they're the same all the way around. So I thought, why not do milk chocolate? If you prefer dark chocolate, you could do the dark or the semi-sweet, but I like the milk chocolate, so that's what I'm going to be using today. I'm also going to be using powdered, ouch, my elbow is still not right, y'all. So I'm using powdered erythritol. I like to use, I always get it wrong, So Nourished, I think is what it's called. So Nourished powdered erythritol. You can get a really big bag, like a 2-pound bag, for $17, and it's delicious, and it doesn't have that cooling taste. I'm not affiliated with any of this, okay? So I just want you to know it's my favorite, but I did get the Lecanto this time because I just had to deal with what I had to deal with. And so I got the Lecanto powdered erythritol with monk fruit. It's delicious. So we're going to use some of that today. We're also going to be using peanut butter. Now, I've got Crazy Richard's peanut butter here. It is just peanuts. There's no added anything to it. It's the creamy. If you prefer crunchy, use crunchy, but I'm a creamy girl. And I took somebody's advice. I'm going to put it to the test today because I flipped my peanut butter upside down. Let's see what miracle happens with that. Woohoo! The other thing that I've got, you guys, is coconut oil. Now, I've already taken the liberty of just putting some coconut oil in a cup and melting it because I'll just be using tablespoons. That just saved me a trip to the microwave, which saved you guys from the beeping. I might have to use my microwave once. I'm not sure. We're going to see. Butter. You guys, you would think that I would have all this stuff written out, and I started, but I didn't get to. But I know how to make fat bombs, and I'm just going to show you how I do it. So the other thing I have on here, you guys, is extracts. When it comes to extracts, it's just flavor. So if it's mint, if it's fruit, if it's vanilla or maple or coffee, you can pretty much, as you're going to see here, use whatever you want. The only exception to the rule that I have, the only thing that I'm going to talk a little bit about is peppermint. So one of the things we're going to do today is make a copycat peppermint patty, like York or Junior Mint style candy. What we're going to do is, I've got 2 kinds here. I have the McCormick mint extract, which is completely different than pure peppermint oil. This one is super, super intense. It is very strong. It is my preferred for this type of candy, whether you're making candy canes or if you're, these patties, or for medicinal or health purposes. I like pure peppermint oil. When you're using extracts, it's going to be much milder. It's even going to have a slightly sweeter taste. It's going to take quite a bit more. So I'm going to be using this today, not this. This is great, like if you're making a frosting, I guess, or something. But anyways, just a few drops of this, and you just kind of go by taste. This is something, if I've got stuffed up nose, I can just take a drop and just dab it on the tip of my tongue. instantly will clear you up. So when you just take a drop or two and add it to your oil and your sugar, it's going to make that great flavor. Take it in there, babe.
Where's the hair tie?
I don't know now. We're not doing this. Go sit down. Thank you very much. Let's see who's popping in. Cindy, Jeffrey, Diana says, okay, I get it. Grammy, thank you. Sharon, hello. Whipped cake rockstar, whipped cake rock. I wonder why it's doing that instead of it's just not YouTube. This is the StreamYard, you guys. Hopefully everything is going good because I got a webcam. I was able to push it back and make my kitchen wider. And you can see everything that I'm doing here. All right, we're going to get started. And I want to start with chocolate real quick. Lexi, hand me. No, I'll do it myself. I wanted to avoid getting off of here, but I'm going to have to. Excuse me. Just turn it down just a little bit. Sorry, but the TV is going and it's a little bit distracting to me. So, all right, so we're going to talk about chocolate first. Chocolate, y'all, and I've done it so many times. There's a way to go about melting chocolate. A lot of times I'll just take my chocolate chips, I put them in the bowl, I pop them in the microwave. I don't even mess with them. I pull them out and I stir them. I add whatever I'm going to add to them. Sometimes I do the double boiler method and it's on the stove when I'm melting a larger amount. Chocolate can burn really fast, and if it burns, it's going to seize. On the other hand, if it gets even a little bit of moisture in it, it'll get grainy and it'll seize. So what I've decided to do today is do a double boil method because I'm going to be melting a large amount of chocolate today. And I'm going to use the bowl method, which means I've got a kettle of water on behind me. It's already boiling. I've turned it off. I'm going to pour it into the stainless steel bowl. You want to make sure that if you're doing a double boiler method, that the bowl that you're using sits down and actually seals all the way around here. We don't want steam coming up and out of this because that steam can gather in your bowl and then your chocolate's going to fall apart. Okay, so you want a nice tight fit. You want to have plenty of room below the bowl as well. You don't want the bowl sitting in that water because if it goes above 112 or 120, I think 120 degrees, that'll get your chocolate too hot. So, and by avoiding and using the bowl method, you're avoiding using the stove and maybe getting it too hot. Your water boiling too much, and it's just going to be a gentle way to melt your chocolate. And then we'll start on that. Maybe before we start doing that, I should do this because then, yes, let's do the powdered erythritol. But this is good information because what I want to do is I want to sift my powdered erythritol. It gets little lumps. Some of it's really hard and grainy, and you don't want that in there either. So if you take these two steps, everything else will go pretty quick once we get through there. Linda, now he wants me to help with stuccoing. Oh my goodness. Now I'm not going to, I don't know. I'm just gonna go with this, y'all. There's no amount I'm using. I'm doing a bunch of chocolate. I'm doing a bunch of powdered erythritol. You want to make sure your bowl is dry, obviously. I'm just going to use this here scoop to put it in here. And I can tell such a difference. The So Nutritious is so much lighter. This seems so much heavier. And I'm just running it through my sifter. That way it gets the lumps out. There's some little lumps in this that just won't, it just won't go through. You know, they're just little hard crystals. I guess it's either the erythritol or the monk fruit. Excuse me. It just starts, man. I tell you what. I get these lives going and all of a sudden I'm dying of thirst. I need to cough. My nose drips. I need to sneeze. So how was everybody's day? Mine was a little different, you guys. I've been like running all morning. We had storms today. Now that whole bit went in there. That's good. I'm going to do another one. I'm probably going to do about a cup of this, you guys. When it comes to fat bombs, boy, that's so dense. when it comes to fat bombs, you can make as many or as little as you like. Once you get them all made, you can put them in an airtight container. You can use parchment paper, wax paper to separate it so it doesn't stick together. So if you wanted to do like I'm doing right now and just making a bunch of them, then you'll have them ready. That's my plan, my goal. But if you just wanted to make this in small batches, watch the technique, because making fat bombs for me, especially during a YouTube live, is all about technique. Just follow the instructions. So I probably have at least a cup and a half, and I'm going to call it good. It almost looks kind of wet to me. I know it's not, but it's so different. I've never bought the Lakanto powdered erythritol, by the way. So this is my first go. Another first. That I dealt with storms. I had to get up this morning. Of course, they did not have school today. So my little granddaughter opted to come to Grandma's house while Mama's at work. Her older Bubba stayed home. But we needed to go to the store because I had to get some more chocolate chips and had to get a couple things for the hubs. And we got caught in that storm. And we made it back here. But then I had this weird interview radio thing. I guess, I don't know. It was weird. It was weird to me. Different. But it went all right. And I did that. And then it was all about this. And I don't know why, but I was like, I felt nervous. Maybe it's because I have a webcam now. Maybe it's because my husband said, don't use it. Practice with it first. I thought, well, jeepers. He's right. Every single time I try to do something new, it's weird and it goes strange. So I'm not going to let it get to me. Seriously. Okay. I don't know. Your husband's name pops here. Chef Rockstar. Yes. Whip, whip, whip. Okay, so maybe y'all are using emojis, and that's awesome. I'm going to see over here. I'm going to look on my phone because I cannot tell by the live stream feed what's going on over there, y'all. Let's see here. Oh. It gave me a notification that I'm live. Woo. Let's see here. Oh, skip ads. There I am. There we go. Oh, I can't stand the way this shirt looks. All right, where is the comments? I don't know. It's not letting me. It's not. All right, we have powdered sugar. Now we are going to, I think what I'm going to do, y'all, is I'm going to, this is 8 or 9 ounces. Let's measure it out and see what it equals out to. That'll help when I'm converting this into a recipe for you guys. All right, so, oh, there's my 1 cup measuring cup. It's like, where's my 1 cup? So 1, there's 1 cup. Jesus, we pay way too much. So we get 1.5 cups of chocolate chips. Oh my gosh, for $6.06. The price has gone up. So we know that. So I'm going to do 2 bags. I've got 1 bag. Got 1 bag opened. So we got 1.5 cups. 2.5, close enough. I'm going to call that, because I think we just tasted a couple to see if the milk chocolate tasted good. So 2 bags is 3 cups of chocolate. Now then, what I'm going to do is take my kettle of water. Okay, and I'm going to pour it in here. That's far enough. Okay. And now I'm going to take my bowl and put it over the top and stir. It's processed, guys. It takes a little bit, but it is a much safer, gentler way to do your chocolate. If you're comfortable in the kitchen and you just want to nuke all of this, which I have done, feel free to. But I thought it would be a good learning opportunity to just do this. And it's going to take just a minute. This bowl here is hot, too hot to touch. This one here is still cool, but there it goes. It's starting to stick a little on there. And I'm just going to, hopefully they do like traditional. I'm assuming that these chocolate chips are going to melt. Oh, yeah, they're starting to stick to the bottom, which means they're starting to heat up now. There we go. I can see the condensation on the bottom of the bowl happening. So, yes, there we go. And I'm just going to be like, And I am going to add some coconut oil to this as well. Maybe I should do it now because it is starting to melt, and that'll help blend it. So for 3 cups, guys, I'm going to, oops, I already had my little measuring spoons out. We're going to add this because it's just going to give a little extra smoothness and pourability. So I'm going to go, and then 2. And I think it's about 1 tablespoon per cup of chocolate. Okay, so that's, if I remember correctly, it's all about just getting it going. There we go. If you get moisture into your chocolate and it starts seizing on you, see, that helped it along quite a bit right there. And the good thing is it'll, once it cools down, it'll harden right back up. If you were to get a little moisture or overcook, you can, believe it or not, add a little bit of boiling water to it to help it. It won't guarantee that it'll save it, but if it's not too far gone, you can save seized chocolate. So now I'm just going to keep on going because it is moving around nice and easy now. The chocolate is melting. I'm going to see what your comments are. Your banner is blocking what you're doing. Oh, let me get rid of that for you. Oh, banners. Hide. Hide. Let's see here. Hide. There we go. There we go. And I think we have that. I think that's it. Brand. There we go. Just brand 1. I think that's it. Of course, this, there, it should show now. Is that better, guys? Sorry, I haven't gone too far along, so now I'm just stirring and stirring and stirring here. So the reason I'm doing this chocolate this way, and I want 2 bags, is because we're going to make some chocolate peanut butter cups. We're going to make some copycat peppermint patties. We are going to make some orange chocolate or coffee chocolate. We'll just see how much chocolate we have to do. And what else? I have a 4th. Oh, and just some peanut butter balls. Let's show you how we do this here. Let me see that. Make sure. If your water gets too cool, you can always refresh it. This is melting and shiny and smooth. That's the way you want your chocolate to look. Can you guys see that? I don't want to get moisture out up in here. I don't get my moisture all up in here. Kind of tap it. Maybe you can use a little spatula to push the rest of the chocolate chips out because they kind of get stuck in my whip here. Just do that. Get them back down there so they can melt. I was going to put an apron on and I forgot. Because I'm terrible, man. I will get chocolate and stuff all over me every darn time. Oh, I look like a little kid in a candy store. Okay, I'm going to put that across that. I'm going to take a drink of water. And we're just going to stir, stir, stir. Look how beautiful that chocolate looks. Now, I did live the other day, and I just talked about the molds I'm using. I have them out and ready today. I found one. I did not order it, but I found them on Amazon. And they are look up chocolate molds, chocolate candy molds. And if you add the word chocolate, you get a much bigger selection. I am going to get the ones with the chocolate bars. Because I was like, you know what? $6 a bag. And depending on what store you go in, if you were to pay for a Lily's chocolate bar, which is a good size bar, don't get me wrong, but it's like $4 to $5 a bar. So with this one bag, $6, I could probably get at least 3 candy bars out of it. Just saying. It's all about saving those pennies, you know. In this case, dollars. Now look at our chocolate. It looks beautiful, you guys. No moisture got into it. It took a little bit longer than the microwave. It wasn't as big a hassle as being over the stove and the water's bubbling up and out on the sides. It was just a nice, gentle way to get your chocolate melted. So I'm going to get a towel for the bottom of my bowl here. Let me move my mouse. You can do the same thing with white chocolate chips, you guys. I want to do that so that it sits there. And I'm going to move this away. Get that moisture away from my chocolate. And I'm going to just dry the bottom of my bowl off. And then I'm going to get away from it with my wet towel. You would think, Nancy, why are you being like that? It's just chocolate. Seriously. Like, you wouldn't believe it. If you were using a wooden spoon and it wasn't dry when you started, that moisture will seep into your chocolate. So try not to use wooden spoons. Try to keep moisture away. And there we go. Beautiful. Now, at this point, we can start. If we need more powdered erythritol, we're good. If we need more chocolate, we can melt more. But we're going to go right now. Okay, so I think what we should do is get a little bowl, and this is what I've got going on here, is I've got some little bowls so that we could put different flavors together. Now, let's put this, ouch, that elbow. What we are going to do is we're going to start with the peppermint patties. Reason being is we'll get that mixed up. Then we can let it chill, which we want it to do. And then we'll come back and we can robe it in chocolate. So let's start with that. I think I've got, let me see here, a 1/4 cup. Mind you, we are keto, so we don't need to make enough for an army. We just need to make enough for ourselves. I think anywhere between 6 to a dozen of one kind is great. But if you're making multiple or variety flavors, again, you could double or triple this. So let's start out with about a 1/4 cup of powdered erythritol, okay? And I'm going to add to it 1 drop, guys. And I'll taste it, but I'm going to add 1 drop of peppermint oil. And to that, I'm going to add some coconut oil, 1 teaspoon. This is just small batching. Anything I small batch like this, you could, obviously double it or triple it or quadruple it even if you wanted to. All right. And then we are going to give it just a little bit of body. You don't have to do this, but a lot of times prior to my keto days, a lot of people like to use a corn syrup because it gives that smoother texture, not just that powdery texture. So I thought, hey, ChoZero. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. But I'm telling you, it's going to give a little bit smoother texture. Jesus. Maybe I've got it. Oh, good. I've got it open. I can't get that thing to do it. So I'm only going to add about a teaspoon of that as well, guys. Just a little sticky point. I like using ChoZero instead of corn syrup, obviously. The viscosity in ChoZero is amazing. I'm going to set that to the side. I'm going to get a little wire whip. And we're just going to stir this together. And see where we are at with it. And you can kind of taste it, squeeze it, press it. Because we're going to just do a little dab. You're like, damn, Nancy, that's not much. Nope, it sure is not. But I'm giving it a minute. I can smell that mint. Oh, it's so strong. And that's what I like. And it's not supposed to be crumbly. So if I need a little drop of water, I will add just a teeniest bit. I don't want to do too much, though, because I'm going to do like a 1/2 teaspoon. And believe it or not, I got a clean, fresh, hot bowl of water right here. And I'm just going to dip it in, guys. You can use just plain water, but I already got some right there. So
Ollie's just laying on the floor.
That's what Ollie does, baby. Okay.
He's upside down.
Now we'll see what we got here. Yes, there we go. Just a A little half teaspoon of water, and now we have sticky, icky, sticky. Lex, I saw what you did. You didn't fool me, girl. You did not fool me.
What did I do?
You worked your way around here. And you got your nose on my chocolate bowl. Get it off of there. Okay, so look here, y'all. Now it's creamy. It's got a stiffness to it. And you're like, it's not very much. And no, it's not. I'm going to take a taste. It's right there. It's very minty, but just sweet enough for my liking anyway. If you want to lick any of this, you have to wait till I'm all done. Okay?
Okay.
Promise me you'll be good. I'll tell you what I'll do. You want this chocolate chip? You go watch TV. Go color. Thank you.
What?
That's it, Lex.
Over and this is.
Okay, so what you want to do, I'm going to grab a paper plate. So what you want to do with this mint, you guys, you set that there, is you just want to get a little ball of it, just a little one. I'm thinking more junior mint versus big York peppermint patty, maybe just because of the time's sake. But this is a 1/4 teaspoon right here, and I'm just going to plop it out in little patties. Let's see what a 1/2 teaspoon will get me size-wise. But that's about the size of a junior mint. I like that. I'm sticking with it because I like junior mints. When I go to the movies, I told you all the other day, I was like, my thing was popcorn and junior mints. So I'm just going to pop these down here. It's a little tedious, but it's worth it for me because I'm like, I'm going to get junior mints. Oh my goodness. So if you were making bigger ones, definitely go with a 1/2 cup to 3/4 of a cup, and you will get much bigger sizing for this, guys. What are your thoughts on this? Oh, I've got to put those back up. Whoever you are, if you saw me lick my finger, it's my house. I do it. I'm still running out of room.
And also because
Man, that is so delicious. So delicious. Thanks. Hello, where in the world do you live? Oh, I live in East Texas, just outside of Tyler. Thank you. Lilies. Okay. All right. So you can see here, even by 1/4 teaspoonfuls, just little teaspoonfuls, 2, 4, 6. And believe it or not, they're so intense in their flavor, so you just start out small. Now, I'm not making all of my fat bombs this small, you guys, just these little ones. Again, you can do you, booze. You can do you. Scrape. Get all of it you can. My spoons are just, there we go. Just plop them out, because what I'm going to do with them is I'm going to pop them in the fridge while I'm working on the others. That way they firm up just a little bit. And that way I can kind of pat them down and then dip them in chocolate. That's going to be so tasty, right? I shouldn't do that, should I? But I like to talk like that when I'm being silly. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. Come on, let's get 12 out of this bad boy here. I know we can do it. So a 1/4 cup, you guys, a 1/4 cup, 1 drop is going to give me a dozen junior mint style miniature fat bombs. And I'm all about it. Definitely got that 12 out of there. Let's get it on there. And I can actually go ahead and get them shaped down into my little circles, my little discs with my finger. Just give them a little, you can leave them whatever shape you want. They don't have to be like the stores. But we'll just, a couple of them are bigger, a couple of them are smaller. I'm just getting them so that they're just kind of taming them. That one still wants to be a little bigger. They actually almost look like little Hershey's Kisses. But me tell you, that filling, perfect. I couldn't have done it any better. Did somebody write this down? I hope so. So we're going to stick these in the refrigerator and let them firm up. And then we shall move on. Bum, bum, bum. I'm starting to feel good now. I feel so nervous and anxious, y'all. I don't even know why. Next on the list, we are going to do peanut butter chocolate. Let's do it. Let's just do it, okay? So we're going to see here if y'all told me to take that chocolate or that peanut butter and flip it upside down. So I did. And I'm hoping it works. That's a third cup. I need a half a cup. Half a cup measuring cup. There it is, right there. So for peanut butter Reese's style. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I did chocolate peanut butter cookie cups. It's always got to be something really long. I don't know why I need long names, but I do. Chocolate peanut butter cookie cups, which had a cookie bottom, a peanut butter filling, and a chocolate top. Whoa, deliciousness. Like over the moon. Like Reese's kicked up to the next notch, right? But somebody said, hey, can we do it without the cookie crust? So today we're going to do it without the crust, and we're just going to basically make a copycat Reese's cup. And it's not going to be too difficult. We've already got our chocolate ready to go, and all we're going to do is put our peanut butter together, and we'll show you how that works. So again, you're going to get your filling. Mind the elbow. I did this upside down trick. Let's see, what do we got here? Do this. I'm going to get this. I'm going to do a half a cup of peanut butter, y'all. Make sure it's creamy. It looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Are you back, little girl? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I have this creamy peanut butter here. Do you like peanut butter? Yeah, I thought so. And the one thing about Richard's, or this all-natural peanut butter, it is very liquidy. I mean, so delicious. And then to that, you guys, we're going to add some butter. I like peanut butter and butter. When I was a little girl, my dad used to make us peanut butter and butter sandwiches, or just butter and jelly sandwiches. And sometimes peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. You know, we had them all. But man, and butter and bologna sandwiches. Even at school, we lived in Minnesota when I was a kid. Even then.
Always those, why he wasn't Maggie's up.
It's okay. That's okay. So we're doing 2 tablespoons of butter, y'all. 2 tablespoons to this delicious butter. I don't know why, but it has to go in there. It cuts and blends that creaminess to your peanut butter filling that makes it over the top. And to this, guys, this is a 1/4 cup. We're going to add a 1/4 cup of sifted powdered erythritol, and you're just going to stir. Now, I told you I might need to go to the microwave, but my butter is quite soft. You want it at room temperature. And with your butter all creamy and soft, this should be a nice little mixture here. And when you're making them in the peanut butter cups, you don't want it to be runny. So you do want it to have a little bit of body. And I think this is going to be just perfect. If my AC was on, it would probably have to go in the microwave for a second. And even now, it is still just a little bit lumpy with that butter, but not too much. Not enough to let me, if I were using a wire whip, it wouldn't be at all.
Why are you going to
I'm going to taste it. Shh.
1 million.
I think that's really good. Come here, Lex. Tell me what you think. Is it good?
Have a bowl of it.
No, can you have a bowl of it? I guess that's our answer. Okay. I'm going to make some chocolate with it. So what we're going to do is let me move these bowls. Okay, I don't need that right now, baby. Okay, so what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to get our molds out. And I've got these little miniature She's like, miniature. Well, yeah, they're just like the little, put them up, baby. They're just like the little Reese's peanut butter cups. See? They're just deep. They're like the miniature peanut butter cups. I have big 4-inch molds that make like the 4-inch size, which are way too big, giants. And I have these. I probably need to invest in just the traditional ruffle cup and make regular size ones, but these are great. So now what we're going to do, and I'm going to try to be all simplified here, you guys. Very simplified here. I'm going to take my chocolate, give it a good stir, see how beautiful it still is. Okay. I'm going to get a plastic baggie and make this fast and easy. Oh, did you give them kisses? Sweet girl. So I'm just going to take, and I'm going to pour some of this chocolate down in this bag. And I didn't even fill it up. Lex, stop it, please. Did not even fill it up all the way. Just enough here. That'll be probably more than enough. And I'm going to set my chocolate out of the way. Get this little bit over here. And we're going to squeeze the bag just like this. And we're going to do just like that and give it a little bit of a twist so that we cut the supply of air off to it. And I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to put just a little dab of chocolate in the bottom of each mold. You go easy and make a tiny hole. I mean, a tiny hole, guys. I'm going to use this little cup here because if you get too big, it's going to gush. See, there it goes, gushing. And I'm going to just keep going here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's maybe a half a teaspoon in the bottom. Half a teaspoon to a maybe, yeah. I think that's about it. I might need to do some more for the top, but I'd rather add more than have too much for what I'm doing here. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to set this to the side. And basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to show this to you guys. Hopefully you can see that. See, I'm bringing it down and I'm trying to tilt it. I don't want to tilt it too much. But now I'm going to tap my pan because I want that to spread out evenly on the bottom. Okay? If you wanted, you could fill these all the way to the top, wait, dump, and then put your peanut butter on and then top. But, you know, I don't need them perfect. I just need them to be good. So a little chocolate on the bottom. Now I can do the same thing here with another little baggie with the peanut butter. I love that you guys can just see me move around my kitchen now a little bit. And I'm going to get a cup here. Depending on which direction I'm moving my arms, I have trouble. If I move it certain ways, it's not very difficult at all. I don't want that to get all over the place. So use a cup, a tall glass, whatever. Open your bag up. Do it like this. Put your hand down in there so that it's like this. Now you can lift your bowl up and you're not making the mess I made with the chocolate. And we're just going to put this in here. Get it all in there because we're going to use all of it. One way or the other, guys. I'm going to tell you right now, I had leftover peanut butter from my last recipe that I did. And really, you need so little peanut butter. Peanut butter has such a strong flavor. So when you're using it in a peanut butter cup, that little center is like bursting with flavor. And then you get all this leftover peanut butter. So hence we end up with another bomb. So I'm going to take this. Again, I'm going to squeeze all the air. I'm going to give it a twist. And I'm going to do what I did just a minute ago and snip the tip. Just barely snip the tip. There it goes. Whoops. And I flipped it. Now we're just going to go right here and do the same thing and go about a half a teaspoon. Give it a little swirl. Are you guys learning anything today? I hope you enjoy this. I know that they are so delicious and so easy. You know, these kind of little projects are things that I love about the holidays, you guys, whether it's Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween. These are fun. All right, I used barely any of this, but here's where where did my other project go? My other pan. Oh my goodness, what I do? It's right here in front of me. So, oh, it's not this one, it's this one. So now I'm going to take the rest of this here, y'all. And if you notice, I didn't spray any of mine. Mine are really nice. They do pop out. So I'm just going to fill these up with the remainder of my peanut butter. And I'm just squeezing them into this little pumpkin mold. And I like the idea of them being little pumpkin peanut butter pumpkins. And I didn't plan this out. I don't think I'm going to be able to fill all of them, but I'm going to get close. Almost. Almost. All but one, I think. Let's see. All but one. Nope, I did it. Oh my gosh. I couldn't have planned that, because if I'd have tried to plan it, it wouldn't have worked. Now we're going to do with these the same exact thing that we did with the chocolate. This one is a much firmer candy mold. It's not as wiggly as, say, this one or this one. So I'm just going to tap it. Tap, 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 tap. And do you see how perfectly smooth they start going? So we've got our peanut butter pumpkins all done, and they're going to be delicious. If you wanted, you could take the bottom half and do a chocolate layer and just do all peanut butter on top with a little smear of chocolate on the bottom. I could even take these little stems right here and put a little chocolate stem on each one. And it's just a drip. There we go. Do like that. Leave it upwards. And just, you know, smear it, tap it down. It doesn't matter how it looks on the back, because it's going to look like chocolate on the front when it pops out. Into the refrigerator we go. And now we have little peanut butter pumpkins going in. I want to show you these mints already are firm. They're pliable, and that's where we want. We're going to go and work with the junior mints now. Let me rinse my hands again. Let me see the comments. Oh, Monique, welcome, welcome. I'm enjoying this. Yes, thank you so much for sharing with us with all you have going on today. Oh, girl, you're so welcome. All right, so here we go. We still have these little guys we got to tap out and smooth down. So we're going to do that. Let me move my mouse. And I'm just going to tap, 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 tap. There, it's all smooth. Now we top with chocolate. Again, right where we were. They don't have to go all the way to the top, you guys. I mean, if you have enough chocolate to do that, fine. But we just want a little layer of chocolate on top. Just enough to go across and make a layer. There we go. Man, I'm on it, doggone it. And I'm just squeezing out this little bit here. Just kind of getting rid of all of it. That way, waste not, want not. There we go. We've got squeezed out that bag. It's out of the way. And I'm going to tap, tap, tap it again. And now look, you guys, these are just gorgeous. We have a dozen peanut butter. Did you see how little I used? I mean, quite honestly, that was such a little amount. We've already got a dozen chocolate peanut butter cups. And now we're going to have a dozen of these little peppermint nips. I'm going to call them peppermint nips. There we go. Just little bites. And I'm going to pop it in the fridge because it doesn't take that long. There we go. Now, back to the little nips. See, I've already named them. They're mine. We're just going to take them, and because they're pliable now, you can make them into balls or discs. Your choice, balls or discs. I'm just thinking this will make it easier. I'm working with it quickly because I don't want to melt it too much. I'm smoothing them down a little, making it so that I can dip them. You could use probably a little powdered erythritol if you wanted, because to avoid the stick. But, you know, I'm not doing like 100 of them. And last but not least. Okay, now I am going to get out a little paper plate, and a fresh one. And I like these little paper plates because they have that light wax coating on them, which is perfect instead of using wax paper, right? Right. Of course, I probably don't need to use 5, but hey, tis what it is. Let me move this stuff out of my way. I want to get my chocolate over here. I'm going to get a fork, kind of like this one. We're going to see how it goes. So I'm just going to take, and I'm going to pour chocolate over my mint, just like that. And then and I probably ought to have done it backwards. Let me get another little something to work with here. Oh, here we go. Look at this little guy. That's so cool. So I'm going to just do that because I'm making a huge mess with it. Let's go this way. I know, work smart, not hard, right? Okay. So I'm going to get my little ball here on here. And again, it's called robing. I used to do donuts. You could do it just like this, very lightly. Or you could drop, let's see if we could drop it and lift. Drop and lift. Drop and lift. Yeah, that works. Drop and lift. So crapping good. I used my other finger. I did not get moisture on my chocolate. If you had patty size, then, you know, that would probably be a lot easier. But this is going to be a little more tedious because I like teeny junior mints. Let's get none of those sticky here. I also like, you could do the same thing, you guys. You could get peanuts, you could get walnuts, you could do pecans, you could do macadamia nuts. You could take your chocolate, melt it down, dump nuts in here until they're coated, and then you could definitely make chocolate covered nuts, which, oh, I love broths. Who loves that bridge mix? I love it. And I love, used to love Raisinets and anything covered in chocolate. I loved. Love, love, love. Do like that. My finger is getting really chocolatey here. Like that. Oh, I got a little rough with it. Sorry, little mint. Sorry, Junior. I need to quit calling him that. So I don't even know. Whoop. I'm trying to avoid that big blob of chocolate that I did. I've only got these last 2. I bet I could do them 2. I could do 2 of them. I just don't want to lose it in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, where'd my mint go? It was lost to chocolate. All right. There we go. Now then, into the fridge we go. Won't be but a minute and they'll be ready too. Chocolate on the refrigerator. Check. Let me rinse my fingers. Guys, it's just so easy to taste your fingers when you're making chocolate. So
when
good.
Will I get a lick stuff?
You can lick this right here. Here, I'll even put a little extra on. So go sit on the living room. Watch your show. All right? Thank you. You've been very good. All right, let's see here. Oops, yeah, okay, gonna make some of those bitty mints. I like that name. Grammy, can I call them bitty mints instead? Because that's what they look like. That's perfect. That's better than them patty nips. I am so making those your junior mints tomorrow. So easy, so delicious, so worth having pure peppermint oil. I mean, there's nothing like it. You would take so much peppermint extract, and then it would just wouldn't have that taste to it that you get when you bite into the cool, brisk York peppermint patty. All right, let's see here. Let's see what you're all doing. I'm taking a little break. I need a little drink of water. I just got chocolate on my boob. All right.
Look, guys, too. It's very cold. Chocolate on this food.
I used to eat peanut butter and sandwiches all the time. Peanut butter and butter sandwiches. Yes, love butter sandwiches. What is a fat bomb? A fat bomb.
Okay.
No, you cannot right now. I got to make some more. You can go in the other room. Put your fork in the sink, please. All right. So where are we going next? I want to let you know the reason that I did those two first, because peanut butter is distinctive in its flavor. The mint, obviously distinctive in its flavor, but I did not want anything going on in this chocolate. I just needed pure chocolate for both recipes. So onward and upward. Let me turn this off. Battery is low. All right, let's move that to the side here. Now we might go on. Let me see what molds we have left. Oh, my favorite mold here, guys. This is called a chocolate bar mold or a box of chocolates mold. I love, love, love them because they have beautiful etching on the interior of them.
Oh, guys, look.
Okay, I'm doing this, babe. Doing this, babe. And I love that they are nice and deep. They've got these rectangular shapes. I bought it at Walmart. It was $3.95, I believe. You got your circle, you got your rectangle. So now I'm thinking to myself, Lex, leave it alone. Just leave it alone, okay? So let's work on our no, let's do this last. This will be last. Let's do our next one. Our next one is going to involve the use of these leaves. I like these leaves. They're not too deep. It's a very flexible mold. And we're going to work on a filling. So let's get a bowl. I need some more clear nesting bowls. They work out so great. I had a bunch. They broke. I need to get them at the dollar store. So good. It makes it easy for you guys to see. So let's get out some powdered sugar or sugar sweetener. Again, I'm not going huge on this, you guys. And I'm going to need some chocolate. I'm looking at how much I'm going to need. So I'm going to use probably, here's at least a quarter cup. I'm going to go a half a cup on these, okay? Just like I did with half cup is where I'm landing up. It's already melted, okay? So now I'm going to add a little bit of coconut oil. I could add butter, but I want to use coconut oil because it's clear and it's going to melt well. So I'm going to add about a tablespoon of this coconut oil to this. All right. I'm going to use another syrup on here because again, when you're talking mints, or that cream, like a chocolate cream, it really helps with that texture, that ooey gooey texture that when you go to the store and you buy your favorite candy, you're like, I wish I could get that taste. It's because they use so many syrups, corn syrups. So this is this is mango syrup. You're like, mango? Oh yeah, I went there. So I'm going to add a tablespoon, y'all, of this to a half a cup. I'm using a tablespoon of mango. And I've got a tablespoon of coconut oil to a half a cup of powdered erythritol. To this, I'm going to add some wonderful, I've got this Olive Nation pure orange extract. It is so, so tasty. And to that, I'm going to add about a quarter teaspoon, and then I'll taste. I'm going to go up on flavor. Start small on your extracts, because if you get too much, they will taste very nasty, bitter, artificial. So a quarter teaspoon. We're talking orange mango here. I know, huh? I was like, oh, Junior Mints, meh, they're okay, Nance. Peanut butter cups, yeah, we like them, Nance. When you said orange mango, I was like, woohoo, look at me go. So we're going to start stirring this, and I haven't decided what kind of liquid I need to add to it. I don't want a lot of moisture. You notice I don't have the cream out yet because I just didn't want to add a lot of dairy. I really want the flavor to be right there. So again, I'm going to squish this through here. And I'm working. I don't want it to be crumbly. I want it to be creamy, but I don't want it to be runny either this time. Well, I kind of want it to slightly run. Be patient with it because it's still trying to soak it up. I'm going to taste it because I want to make sure that I have flavor on there. But it needs to be smoother. So I am going to go ahead. I'm going to add some butter now. I'm okay with my butter now because that's the magic that needs to happen. And by the way, y'all, I did not practice. This is me creating a recipe right in front of you. I just looked in my cabinet and said, pull some extract, pull some flavors. So I'm going to do about a tablespoon of butter now. Get my finger in there because that's just me. I just use my fingers. And let's give this a stir and see what happens. Get it squished through there. You could definitely use mixers or something for this, especially if you were going to make it in bulk, but I'm not. It's wet sounding. Oh, it smells so good, you guys. That Olive Nation, that was given to me. I did not buy it. I was in Weatherford, and I was hanging out with one of my group members, and she was like, I bought everything and anything you could think of under the sun and stuff I will never use. Would you mind taking it home? And I had no objection whatsoever. So one of the items was this Olive Nation pure orange extract. It wasn't imitation orange extract. It was pure orange. And you could tell that there's like probably the orange oil in it. And it gives such a true flavor. So, all right, I want to taste this. Wow. It's almost just too sweet, but I think when the chocolate goes over it, it's going to really counterbalance. It's going to be delicious, you guys. Oh, my God. Love mint patties. Well, oops. Okay, there we go. Now, I pulled out the leaves, but I guess we could because orange and leaves are great. So we are going to, oh, that's so sweet. We're just going to press them in. I'm going to pull my mold over here. And I'm going to go with my teaspoon just to see where we're at with a teaspoon of these. The fat in this will help. The butter and the coconut oil will help it harden again.
Why is it always still laying down?
What, baby?
Why is it always still laying down?
Well, baby, because that's what he does during the day. He takes his afternoon nap, and then here in a little bit, after Grandma gets done, we'll let him out again. Papa let him out just before, and then they'll run and play. But they're so wet and it's so rainy. So I'm putting a teaspoon of this down in here, you guys. And I didn't want it to be liquid, and I don't even know that I'm putting in the wrong or right mold here. I pulled so many different molds.
So cute, isn't it? have I think ChoZero Lollipop, but
Are you just over there talking to yourself?
it's cute.
Huh?
Because,
Okay, so I am literally pressing this down in here. I'm using my finger on the big ones.
it's so cute and adorable. I love it so much because it has really cute lollipops on it.
Okay. So I'm just pressing these out.
And that grandma already showed you this.
Into the little positions because I want the little leaf markings.
Of the decoration.
What color are fall leaves? They are orange. Now this little maple leaf filled up quite a bit, but I guess, well, maybe, I don't know what kind of leaf it is. It's a little pointy leaf. Then these little oak leaves. Lex, whatever you're doing is noisy. I'm pressing this into the mold, but I'm leaving the stem open here. And I'm pressing and I'm pressing, guys. Once I get it all pressed, it's kind of melty. So this one and this one I'm going to add just a titch more to because they're much broader and wider. And I just want it to be level. All right. So even with my fingertips, they're just a little bit melty. Take a little out of that one. Just like that. There's a titch left over, but I'm going to do the same process right here. And it's going to harden. I've got little stems here that are hollow that didn't fill in, and that's perfectly fine. I'm going to see if I can get a chocolate stem, and hopefully it won't break off. All right, now you could do the whole baggy thing again, which I think I'll do. Guys, that orange mango is off the chain. Really, I'm pleased with that flavor. So this time I'm going to put quite a bit more chocolate down in that bag.
Guys, chocolate's best.
Chocolate's the best.
And the glass on my
And I'm going to do this, hopefully where you guys can see it.
chocolate. I love chocolate on my finger.
You're like, Nancy, they don't need that much chocolate. Well, I know. But, Allie, I got a couple of plans here. Again, I'm just going to go over the top here. Lex, are you putting your finger in my stuff?
I'm eating it.
Yeah, you don't eat it. Or this stuff you can eat. So I am going to give just a little squidge of chocolate across the top of these. I'll go down in that little hole there. Fill in those little leaves.
Grandma, what are the leaves going to look like?
They are going to look like little white oranges on, or a little light colored on the top and a little chocolate on the bottom.
Inside of the leaves?
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is good, isn't it? Okay, so that's how we do that. I'm just going to lay that there, leave that up.
Oh, sweet.
I'm going to do this little tap thing here. And you should have a pan or a plate or something to tap with. Or give it a little shimmy. You can use a butter knife, which I will do, or a spatula. And give it a little scrape on the back side or the flat side of your knife. Just run it. There you go. Just like that. And I want just a little bit more chocolate over here. Just a little bit.
Am I going to eat that?
Just a little bit.
Because I want chocolate.
I want to make sure I have enough there to fill it off. They all filled in, but I hear it. Pull that up so it doesn't do its thing. All right, I'm going to use this plate so that I can tap it. It's just so much easier, guys, to get out. Go. This one just doesn't want to smear you. There we go. It's like, come on. And there we go. All right. I'm going to move this set them on top of my peanut butter bombs. All right, now I'm going to get a little dish out, a serving dish. Who remembers these? I've got a whole bunch of these little plastic ones here. And so this is going to be great. I'm going to just take and let me use a spatula because my fingers are warm. So you got to be chocolate. This chocolate has not got any preservatives or anything like that. So basically, you have to just be careful because they will melt on your fingers. Okay. But looky here. Oh, let me set it on here. I'll set it right there so that you can see it. And then I'll eat it. I wish I'd have known to make these before. I mean, I would have made them at home even if I wasn't keto. It's so simple. So now I have a little dish. What is it Grammy called them? Bitty bits? Minty bits? Oh, they're so good, you guys. Look at the chocolate. It just curls up. It's smooth. It's creamy. It doesn't taste powdery. It was a good thing there. And I have a little bowl of these. So these are done and out of my way. And I'm just going to stick them up out of my way, just like that. And we knock it out, call it done. And get this chocolate up here so we're not making a huge mess. Because I always make a huge mess when I am doing these lives, y'all. I kid you not. Okay, let's see here. Cute and quick setup. That's the thing with chocolate. It sets up relatively fast. I mean, none of this takes that long. I'm doing multiple flavors of fat bombs. So yeah, it takes a little while. Plus I'm explaining and talking and, you know, farting around, as they say. All right, so we have a little bit of chocolate here, you guys. It's still a good bit in the bag as well. I'm going to set this back over here. Let's go. I don't know why I did the bag thing. I shouldn't have done the bag thing just yet. Okay, we'll do it this. I want to use those chocolate box molds. That's all I care about. But we shall get this little pan out. The chocolate peanut butter cups look like they're coming along just wonderfully. So I'm going to take here. This is my bonus, like a bonus thing I'm doing for y'all. I want you to see this mold. They are little suckers. And what is Halloween, right? Unless you have a sucker of some sort. I'm just using chocolate. I got these on Amazon. I got a whole stack, like 7 molds for $11. And I'm only using one of the molds. But they're pretty simple and straightforward. You just stick your stick in. Make sure it's up there enough to grab onto some chocolate. Pop them in there. Now, if you want it to be fancy, guys, which who knows, next week I might come on in and do something with more white chocolate, a little more artwork to it. I don't know. Time and so many things going on right now. So we've got those there. Now I'm going to take my chocolate. Okay. Molds are wonderful things. You could sit there and go, oh, I don't really care to eat a bag of chocolate chips. And I don't either. But adding a little bit of coconut oil to it, delicious. If you wanted to add a little cream, you could. But really, you're just making this more candy bar-like by adding extra fat to it. And all we're going to do, guys, is cover them up. And we're going to end up with a fun treat. I don't know.
Mozzarella sticks. They're so good, guys.
They are so good, guys. What kind of sticks are they, Lex?
Chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate. I don't know what she said a minute ago, but I was trying to get her to repeat it. Now flood it like that. You want it to cover your sticks. That's what you want. So now we've got chocolate. Still got chocolate. All right, we've used 2 bags of chips. Let me ask you this. So 2 bags of chips, $12. A little bit of coconut oil. We've got assorted flavorings. I'm sure you've got whatever flavorings you have in your home. Some butter. Very simple ingredients. Look how much we're making. I mean, I've got a half a dozen suckers. I've got a little bag of Junior Mints. Bitty Bits. I got to figure out how to say that because I don't want to step on anybody's rights. You know what I mean? We've got peanut butter cups. And we've got orange mango leaves in there. And we still have chocolate left. I'm thinking, what if you were to go, Lexi, please stop that. What if you were to go to the store because you're like, it's Halloween and I want to go in to maybe a boutique. Maybe it's a weekend, a flea market, a farmer's market or something. You know, people like me are there and they've got their pretty little, you know, cellophane wrappers and ribbons. And they're like, oh, look, I've got keto suckers. They're only $3 a piece because I made them homemade. And, oh, look, you know, these over here, you know, you can get 2 for $4. What I'm saying is if you were to go to a store and try to buy all this keto candy, okay, you could easily be spending $40, $50. Not to mention if you were just going to a straight up theater trying to buy popcorn and a regular box of Junior Mints, it's cost an arm and a leg. So think about that when you're stocking your pantry. A small investment like that really is going to give you a lot of bang for your buck. And I'm making quite a bit of stuff here, you know, plenty. Into the refrigerator we go. I am going to check on my peanut butter cups now. I don't want to do it too soon, but I'm going to pop one out. And they are done, you guys. See how quickly this is? This is like, I love this because I'm just rotating it around. So let me get a little saucer and pop these out onto glass. And I will show them to you. How quick is this, right? So I'm going to just, you want to work quickly, guys, because you don't want your heat from your hands to melt this chocolate. So I'm turning them inside out. This is why I love chocolate molds because they're so pliable. And I can just pop them out. Oops, my finger got on this one over here. I felt it. It was warm. I was like, quick. I touched it. Popping them out. Ooh, it got on my finger. Ah, dang it. All right, I'm going to stop where I'm at because I was just like going too quickly.
I've got to write the black hair.
Oh, they slid apart. Dang it. I felt it. If you let these sit a little longer, though, they will get even harder. Let me flip them around there. Yeah, I'm starting to melt them. They're not quite hard enough. But that's okay because they still look absolutely adorable. Like, so beautiful. I'm trying to get that up there so that you could see it. Like, totally adorable. And totally chocolate peanut butter cup. I'd rather just pop them out because I've started. I guess the trick would be to turn it around so that your hands aren't touching it. Because my hands, I could feel it. I was like, oh, it's too warm. My hand's too warm. Would you please close that door? Yeah, that's because it wasn't closed all the way. And there you go. And I'm going to just let these finish setting up now because they're already out of the mold. They're set up enough that I have got this beautiful little plate of peanut butter cups. And just pop that over there and set these in here just like that. And rinse my hands. Oh my goodness, you guys. You can tell when it's starting to get too much chocolate because I'm like, whoa, I don't need any more chocolate. I'm good. I still get it. I don't need no more chocolate. Please. Don't make me. Here we go. Yeah, baby, I know.
To taste the food before you cook it so it tastes as good.
So they taste as good? Okay, last but not least. I'm going to squeeze this chocolate back into here. We've got suckers in there. We've got orange mangoes still in there. We've got Junior Mints. We've got peanut butter pumpkins. I'll just get a fresh bag because I forgot to do what I was going to do. And now I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Hey, set it down. I didn't know if I was going to use that mold or not. We're going to use this one that I've been wanting to use. And what I'm going to do now, guys, is this last little bit here, I'm going to flavor and I'm going to fill these little molds. Now they're deeper, so it takes a little bit more. Flavor I would like to go with today is 2. I'm going to use 2 flavors. I have pure coffee extract, pure, which is super concentrated coffee, and Madagascar vanilla, pure. What?
Your elbows.
Oh, I know, girl. I know. So I want to flavor this and make just a mocha chocolate. That's it. Just chocolate mocha, a little bit of vanilla, a little more heavy on the flavor. So you got your chocolate, your coffee, and that creamy vanilla. What's my favorite coffee? French vanilla. So we're going to go there. So let's go there, y'all. What do you think of those flavors? Leave me some comments. I don't even know what y'all are saying. Here we go. Ready?
Why is always still
Where did the other
laying
measuring
down?
spoons go? I need like multiple sets.
Grandma, always still laying down.
Baby, that's what he does, honey. Okay, so I'm going to come up in here. I don't want to go heavy. One thing, when you're melting chocolate or you're doing chocolate, you always want to add your extracts at the back end. You don't want to do it while you're cooking. Stop it. Right now. Take yourself in there and sit down, like I said, please. Thank you. All right, here we go. 1/4 teaspoon. If I need more, I can add more. I prefer to start low. But now we're down to quite a bit less chocolate than we started with. So I'm going to give a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. I have imitation, I have double strength, and this is one of the ones that I only use for special occasions. It's going to be Halloween, so we're going to use this Madagascar. It's not cheap, but it lasts me a long time, so that's not something I'll have to replace. Now, on the coffee, on the other hand, it's just coffee. I've tasted it. It's no sugar added. I'm going to use the 1/2 teaspoon because I've got mango over on the teaspoon. And let's see how much of this. Oh, yep, there we go. About a 1/2 teaspoon. Again, if you feel like you want more flavor, add more flavor. Now we're going to give this a stir. And my chocolate has been transformed into chocolate mocha, which is grown up. It's decadent. It's tasty. I love chocolate. I love coffee. I love vanilla. So I'm going to taste it. I'm going to taste it again. I don't know if I'm getting enough coffee flavor. I'm going to add more coffee. See, that's all you got to do. If I'd added too much, I would have been like, oh, I've ruined it. But because I start out small and work my way up, I know I can easily go another 1/2 teaspoon, which is perfect because that's all I had left of this. It's just like that. Toss that. And give it a stir. I'm covered in chocolate. I can only imagine what it's going to be like painting my house. You won't be able to recognize me. I'll be covered in paint spots. I'll be finding paint spots in places I didn't know I had paint spots. Okay. You can always tell when Nancy likes it, right? I don't want to waste this little bit of chocolate either. I might need it. You never know. Okay, so over there we go. I'm going to get this wire whip out of the way. I'm going to get this knife and set it over here. And I'm just going to set this right there. We're going to do the cup trick and bag trick again. Yeehaw. I hope you guys are having fun. I'm having fun. It's something fun to do on a Friday, right? Let's get this in front of you. Stick it down in there. Like that. And then we're going to take this spatula and I'm going to just scrape that chocolate back down in here. Oh, I'm going to rest it because that is a heavy, heavy bowl. Heavy, I tell you. There we go. Yum, yum, yum. And I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I'm not. I guess I said I was going to do maple, but then I changed my mind and went orange and mango instead. You can do whatever flavors you want, you guys. Let's scrape that there. All right. Squeeze that down to the tip. And get the air to come up to the top. Give it a little twist. Let's get our mold all ready right there. And we're going to pop the top off. And I did go a little bigger because I am using a bigger mold. And I'm just going to give it a little bit. Because I'm not having to do stop and fill for other things, I did go a little bit bigger on that so we can do it faster. And just do that. These are probably going to be my favorite, y'all. I went a little full on that one. Because I love grown-up flavors. And I have got to do a special, now I got some chocolate on me somehow. Go figure. Oh, a little fill on that one too. It's all right. I got a little extra in this one. All right, so there's still a little left over. I'm going to rest my hands, my goodness. Tell you what. Now then, I had my big mold out because I wasn't sure. You could definitely put it on the, it's better to put it on the tray before you do it. But I'm right here. And I'm going to just tap, 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 tap. Tap, tap. Get all those little air bubbles out. Smooth it over. And I'm going to use my little butter knife because there's a little overage. And I'm going to run it over to that one right there. And I'm going to run this back this way. Just run it straight along. And it's going to stop off right there. Right there. There we go. There we go. And then all you have to do is re-tap again now. Did I push it off again? Jeez. Okay. There we go. Now, I love you too, Lex. There. To top it, or I should say bottom it off, this is the last thing I want to do because it's going to be, I think, just a nice little touch. And that is to get a little bit of this Redmond's sea salt and just go over the base so that when you bite into this beautiful deliciousness, you really do have some adultness in this. And it was just a pinch sprinkled over all of them. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
What
10
kind
bonbons.
is that? Are those the shapes, Grandma?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the
And then we pop these in here.
When are you cooking the lollipops?
Actually, I'm just going to take and pull these lollipops right over here.
Wait, they are
And
lollipops?
I got them in the refrigerator already. Yes, those are sticks for the lollipops, baby. All right, now I'm going to take a minute while we've chilled everything down.
Oh, we chilled everything down.
Okay, you are a chef in training. Good job.
Okay,
So I'm going to answer and look at your comments, questions. I'm going to wipe a little of this off because I'll lean my elbow into the chocolate. I know me. The one part that I wish is when all of this is all said and done, that there was a cleanup crew behind me. Because I'm like, oh, now I gotta clean up my kitchen again. Let's see what everybody's doing here. Hey, Sharon says, you make us so happy. Debbie said, this is making me hungry. I'm telling you, I've already licked my fingers how many times during this live? And I'm just like, yeah, no. That's how quick it is. It's just like, oh. Rose Ashby says, I've never had Madagascar vanilla. How does it taste? It tastes wonderfully pure. I mean, I think the first time, Lex, please don't do that. It makes noise. Put them back. First time I tasted Madagascar, it was like in some cream filling. Please, come on, they're just loud. Stop it. It's very rich. Again, try it again.
Why?
Because you will get yourself in trouble. I am keto for real life, people. I'm not above getting on my grandchild. So anyways, it's very pure tasting. It's vanilla that's been soaked in, it's Madagascar vanilla. It's grown there and then it's soaked in bourbon and it's just delicious, delicious, delicious. No sugar added. You'll just taste the difference. That's all I can say. Buy something that has the true vanilla in it like that and you'll be like, oh, that is so good. Okay. Sharon says, I like it that you have chocolate on your elbow. Signs of a great. I love you, girl. Yeah, I love you too. Would you add cream to the top coffee? You could. You could add a little heavy cream. You could give it a little bit lighter flavor. I just think for the intents and purposes of this particular video is the fact that we could just do so much with what we have on hand. I bought cream today. I definitely could have added some, made it more truffle-like. We could have done truffles. There's so many options we could have had. But I think we didn't have to do a lot of extra work to get a lot of bang for what we did. Does that make sense? Sounds divine. Yes, the ChoZero peanut butter cups are really tasty too. Again, I have no objection except for when I'm buying, for me personally, if it was just me that was keto, that'd be great. But my family loves keto stuff. we got quite a few of us. So it's just practical and not everybody can order it. Not everybody can afford it. So if you can make your own, it's a great option. Have both. It'd be great. Sometimes I just get stuck on something, huh? 1111. What is this 11 Tom Dorman type deal thing? Oh, do we have one of those guys in here again? Let's see. Baby girl needs your attention. She's so sweet. She is adorable. She has been such a good baby all day long. She's in kindergarten. She's played. She's been quiet. We went to the store. We ran errands. She's had lunch. She spent time with Papa. And I kid you not, the minute this live started, she was just like, Chatty Cathy, you know, she just had to start, and it is what it is. And sometimes you got to get firm with your grandbabies because she's just rattling those cans, and I'm like, stop it. She's like, no, you're not going to do nothing because you're busy. No, grandma's got to be grandma. Okay, I think we are caught up. Yes. Oh, I'm glad you like the tip on melting the chocolate. If you don't know and you have your chocolate seize up and then you're like, oh man, it worked for her, but it didn't work for me. So I'd rather let you know why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it and just give you a little education on it and make it easy. Where are we at? 4:28. So we are an hour and a half in, guys. I'm going to let those ones sit. I'm going to pull these out and see where we are. I can tell you the longer that you let these sit, the better you are because you're going to get solid all the way through and through. We're not going to have the little gaps. But I am going to try to pop one of these little guys out and see if I can. There we go. Look. Is that just wonderful? Is that just adorable? Comment if you just love that. The options here, you could flavor these. We could do it with gels. We could do gummy suckers. I mean, that's going to be fun. I'm going to enjoy this mold a lot. But, I just got them in this week. And for Halloween, I think that is, hey, look, Lex, I have a present for you. Come around this way, baby. What do you think? Yeah? You want to be the first one to taste it for me? It tastes good? So let them set for a while and they will really be nice and hard because they're gently chilled right now, They do come down rather quickly. Oh, I love it, love it, love it. Oh, I can't wait because I've got the Christmas mold. I want to get into doing some white chocolate with the Lily's white chocolate and see how that works out. So there we go. We've got ourselves a little bouquet of chocolate lollies. Chocolate lollies, y'all. Now, I don't know where we stand with...
That's good.
That's really good. Oh, look. You really went to town on that. Now, I don't know. Let's see here. Pop it out. I worry about my leaves because, yeah. They're not ready. Because they are a different texture. Ooh, let me see if I can get one of these out. Freezer might have been best for this because the orange is not the same consistency as the chocolate. I'm going to see if I can pop at least. Oh, it just, nope. It's much orange. I got one out. I'm going to put these in the freezer. Oh. So with the orange mango, because we're doing just leaving it white, I'm going to smooth the edges here because it's almost perfect. And I will transfer.
Are you allowed to throw those?
See, I want you to see that, guys. I don't want the chocolate to melt on my fingers. But you can see here this pretty little leaf shape.
Yeah, can I have another one of these?
No. Too many of those and you will get bubble guts. You can taste this one. Come around here. You got it. That's the rule. If you're going to be my taste tester.
The reason why I don't really kind of like the noodles.
Well, you don't want, here, take a taste. Just a little bite. Just a little bite. Bite? No? That's not
ready
your... that was so good. Put it in the trash, please. I agree with her, though. It needs to get firm. But what does that remind me of? Oh, my God. Oh, the chocolate oranges, like the kind you break open or a Russell Stover's. They're so good. All right, so these are going to go in here, too. I'm going to pop these little bad boys up in the freezer because I do want them to go quickly so that you can see them. Golly, you guys.
Grandma Kyla.
That chocolate mango is bomb for sure.
Grandma Kyla stuff.
No, baby, you've had enough. Can you get out of my way right there, please? Thank you. Gosh. That is so good. That orange and chocolate is over the top. I can't wait for Elizabeth to get off work and have her try all this. I'm going to be like, taste it. It's going to be so good. I'm so thirsty. Let me get some water. We're down to it, guys. That's it. That's all you had to do. We ended up with some great fat bombs. I just want to let those last ones chill a little bit longer. And we're good. Oh. Man, that water is delicious.
I need water.
You need water too? Hey, Dad. Don't spill it. She was thirsty too. New comments. I wish I hated chocolate candy. Oh, yeah, me too. I wonder if you could imitate See's candy walnut creams. You could probably do that. If you find a copycat recipe, you can take a look at something, or not even a copycat, but shh. You can hush, okay? You can look at any recipe or find your favorite, like, See's candy or whatever, and see if you can find a copycat. And then if you can find a copycat, then you can usually go, well, how can I convert this? And you know what I call it? Keto-fying it. If I can keto-fy something, I'm going to. We've been making candy in our household ever since I was her age. I tell you what, when I was growing up, my dad his passion was mechanicking and cooking. What a combination, right? He even owned his own restaurant, but I grew up at his side in the kitchen, and he loved making holiday candies and cookies, and we made suckers and taffy and chocolates and truffles and fudge, and you name it, we made it. So learning how to keto-fy stuff has been quite a challenge, but I find it fun and pretty easy, especially for me because I already know techniques on doing it. That's what makes it, I have to say, that's what makes it easy on me. I already knew Junior Mints was just going to be powdered sugar and mint and something to hold it together, you know. But just, you know, thinking, hey, powdered erythritol, drop a mint, a little bit of that ChoZero, it should work. Voila! And thank God it did.
Oh, look at my fingers.
Go in the bathroom, in there, all of your arms. I don't know. This girl looks like she has chocolate gloves on. Go wash your hands. Use soap and water, please.
Okay.
Monique says that was my favorite growing up too. Oh, Yannette says, I'm sorry, but I hate chocolate. Yeah, then Fat Bomb Friday is probably not going to be your cup of tea. Lily's white chocolate chips are divine. I have got 2 bags of them ready. Oh, shoot. I opened this one because we tasted it. So, anyways, I have 2 bags of chocolate chips of the white. And I'd like to play with it a little bit. I thought about melting some of it down. I see. That's why I said wash it all off, baby. Of messing with this a little bit today, but I had already had this planned, and I was like, don't start adding stuff. You've got enough to do without adding white chocolate to the mix too. And besides, we have next week. So next week we're going to do some s'mores. We're going to do some s'mores next week as our Halloween treat leading up. And we might be doing a few white chocolate ghosty things. So let's see what I can come up with. Boom. You know, I try to plan stuff, y'all. I really do. Sometimes I try to be so good and professional. Like, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to write out a recipe, and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And 9 times out of 10, I'm like, it didn't work. But when I get in there and I just start messing with it and going, well, here we go. We're starting this live, and you haven't made any of these things yet. So except for the peanut butter and chocolate, go for it. And here we went. And that's how it goes for me. Shh. Please, Lex, go in there. All right, let's see if we've got anything firm up yet in here. I've got these little guys.
What is it?
And I've got these little ones here. These are pure chocolate. And I love. I'm going to get a plate for these two because I like it when they pop on white. They come out on white and they're so beautiful. Let me see. I only want to just pop a couple because I know they're going to need to really set up better. Right there.
Oh, that one's perfect.
They are perfect, aren't they?
Yeah, can I have one?
Can I have one? This girl does not even know. She does not even know. All right, y'all, look. I want to turn the opposite way, go downward, try to catch that light, keep going, and bring it into focus for you guys. This is a little different with a webcam. You gotta come around here. You gotta taste it online. You can't just sit in there and be eating my chocolate offline. I'm gonna taste this one too. I'm not gonna eat. I don't want a whole thing
I
though.
want the circle.
Okay, you go for it. And smell and bite it. You gotta bite it.
Why is it salty?
Because it's a grown-up chocolate. Take a bite. No, don't lick it. Bite it. Okay, I'm gonna bite it. What do you think? Oh. You can taste the coffee for sure. The vanilla added to the chocolate chip. And the salt finished it out. What do you think, Lex? Yes? Mm-hmm. Which one was your favorite?
The lollipop.
The lollipop? Oh my God, y'all. They're so delicious. I'm going to pop them out. I was wondering if it was going to like melt in the middle. That would have been kind of cool. And you notice I did not spray any of my silicone pans. They did not get a coating of oil. I found that makes them have ugly little oil spots on them, and I don't like that. So the best thing to do, I have chocolate on my toe. The best thing to do is to get these very flexible ones, very flexible, so that you can pop them out
Grandma, don't let Maggie or Ollie have that.
Oh, I won't. I promise, y'all. Oh, it's so rich. It is so freaking rich. And there we go, guys. Oh, just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, now if I can get one of these little bad boys out. Oh, and there it is. Oh, yay. I'm so happy. I just needed a little freezer time. Let me pop it back in there.
What's the matter, Grandma?
Well, the white ones, they weren't frozen. They weren't cold enough. But now it pops out beautifully. And I can show you and see there. Oh, that lighting is getting to me. Come on. Oh, this is driving me nuts. I don't even know if I can show you guys, but they are beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. They have the little leaves, the little lines, the little bottom of chocolate on the bottom. And they're kind of my favorite. I mean, I love these. But as far as how delicate and pretty that looks, it is just beautiful, y'all. So pretty. So pretty. Okay. I've got chocolate. Like I said, it just fell out of the mold and landed on my toe and melted across my toe.
Oh, no, you have to clean that up.
So let's do this. I'm going to take my little plate here because I have lollies. I have chocolates. And there we go. We've got these little guys with the, I'm going to take a bite there.
Oh, Grandma,
there we go.
I did something to the TV.
Oh, you did. Then we've got our peanut butter, which stuck back to the plate because they were not quite. Don't touch them, Nancy. Turn that down, please. Way down. There we go. Turn it way down. More, please. There we go. Huh. Had to do that. Had to get my little peanut butter bites. Just didn't want to touch them because you just don't want your fingers chocolate melting them all down. So we got those. This goes over here like that. Then we have a little pile of mints, chocolate mints over here.
Be right, Grandma.
I'm going to flip them all over.
I'm putting this up on the porch.
Okay.
It's scary.
All righty. Okay. There. Let me see. Of course, my neighbor has their weed eater out. Let me pop this one out gently. And this one out gently. And this one out gently.
There you go.
And this one out. There we go. And last but not least, that one I had broken. Yeah, I knew that one was going to break because I broke it earlier trying to get it out. I'm going to move it. Sorry. Sorry, you just didn't turn out great. Anywho, but these did. These turned out beautifully. Oh, get off there, chocolate. Is that a Halloween spread? Oh my gosh, right? Look, that is just amazing, you guys. Just amazing. All of that chocolate that is made up today. Just amazing. I need it to come to room temperature. That way it gets its glow back to it. Then I can take pictures of it for you guys. So I will do that. I don't want to put it right there. There. They're all out. They're all done. They're all good. Yes.
Yay. Thank you so much.
They look perfect. I think she's ruined her dinner. Totally not my problem. I'm her grandma, her mama, or her stepdaddy will be here, and they will deal with that. Not I, said the duck. Thank you, Monique. So pretty. I can eat them right from the bag. How fun. That was my favorite. All right, we did it, y'all. Thank you so much for showing up. If this is your first time here, please consider becoming a subscriber. If you want to get notified when I'm doing a new live or I'm doing a new upload, you just hit the notification bell. If you value what I do and you really liked watching my videos, please hit the little thumbs up and like it. Share it over anywhere you want, to a friend, to a family member, to wherever it is that you share your stuff. And last but not least, if you want to help keep me keeping on with the keto, become a member. Become a KFLP RP member. You can find that on my page, on my YouTube channel page. It says home, videos, membership, community. Go over to the membership area and choose whatever you want to do. I appreciate y'all so much for showing up. Next week, we are going to be doing another little round before Halloween, just some ideas for you guys. I hope to see you then. In the meantime, enjoy your weekend. Have a blessed time. Remember, fats first, moderate protein, low carb, and get you some, y'all.